Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Learner. This is Vivek Verma here. Today we are going to look into uh, ng repeat, the problems which can happen in ng repeat, and we struggle to find out actually what is the cause for the problem and how to get rid of it. So here in the screen you can see we have two input box, one disabled and one is enabled. You can go and type something, and we also have two buttons, and we see something like array length everywhere. So what we are going to do is we are going to perform same action like taking object value of this input box and add to an array and display it right here. Even in this case we'll type something, we'll get the value and we'll assign to the array and we'll display it here. So now what can be a simple functionality when you use ng repeat along with this text box and this kind of setup, and when your array dynamically get changed. So basically what should happen, if I keep some value in my text box and I add it to array, it should automatically reflect me up here in UI. So first it will have 0 element. When I add something, it will reflect that first value, then second, then third. But let me show what actually happens in problematic case and normal case. So normally ng repeat should display me the number of items are exactly their array, but let's see what happens in both the cases. So here you see there is a predefined value in the text box which we cannot go and edit. Okay, so let's suppose there is a situation where you have to save the same value again and again in an array, and you have to display it at a different time. So let's go and do it. I'll click on add now. See, the array length has increased to 1, and you see the first value which has come as tech learner. Okay, now let's go and add it second time and see whether it get displayed or not. So now you add it second time, you see the count here has increased but the value is still only 1 in the UI. Okay, now let's go and check with the second case, where which is a normal case, that what happens here. So I'll give some value as just 1 and I'll add it to the array. Okay, so first value got displayed, that's fine, it happened even that. Now let's check for second one. Okay, now I added it. Oh, so here it added the second value and the count is 2, and here we are seeing only one value and the count is 2. Why so? How did this happen, or what is the reason behind this? The reason behind this is basically hash key, or you can say the problem is how ng repeat works. So the ng repeat works by tracking or by looking into the hash key value of your object which is in array, which it is going to iterate. So basically Angular, what it does, it Angular assigns hash key value to each object, and that hash key value is actually unique. So what happens is ng repeats takes all the unique hash key objects and it repeats. Now what is happening here is, you see here our model is having the same value tech learner every time. So when you add this to array, first time it get added, it will have a hash key which is already generated by Angular. Now second time when you go and do this click, Angular should actually assign a new hash key value and add it. But what it does is Angular watches this model and it will check the previous value and the new value. Here the previous value and new value are exactly same. So according to Angular, this model value has not changed, so it will not change any property or anything in the model, but it will go and insert this model value into this array. So this is the reason you have the array count as 2. It means you have two objects of same text learner, but it has only one hash key, so that it is getting displayed only one. But in this case, you first enter test1 and it has another hash key. When you enter test2, Angular saw that the value has changed, so it required different hash key basically, so that you got two items in your UI. Now let's go to the code. Okay, our code is like this. So this is basically the input box which you saw at disable, and on click of that add obj method is called, and the array list and how we are iterating it. The same logic is written for both the blocks, normal case and problematic case. Okay, so you have same input box, one is disabled, another is not. Same method is being called, and same way we are iterating. Now how to solve this problem? We know the problem is because of hash key, and just because it's not unique, it's not being displayed. So to solve this problem, we have to override the basic rule of ng-repeat to track any array by hash key. So here what we can do, basically simply you can go and type track my array by dollar index. So now I forced my ng-repeat block to track my main array by index of every element and not by the hash key value. So whenever there is an index will be unique. Now let's save it and go back to the UI, and we'll refresh the page and we'll check now whether it works or not. So let's go and add again. It got added once. Now it should work, and when I go and click it twice, second time, it should actually reflect here. You see? So now know what is happening. It is still having the same hash key value, but now we are tracking by index. So the element index is 0 here, it's 1 here, so it's keep on adding. So you see how to get rid of this problem. The problem is that whenever the model value is changed, then only the hash key value is assigned to it, or else it remains same. So if hash key value is same, and even though array has more of such object, it will not be reflected in your ng-repeat, and this basically creates a problem, and it's very difficult to figure it out if you don't know this, that all the values if you see in your console log or in your controller, your array is getting modified, but still in UI you are not getting your required result. So you know what to do now. So instead of even doing track by index, you can also make it more customized, like you can use your own ID. Suppose your main array has a card object, right? So this card object may have value and ID, and if that ID is unique, you can also force your ng-repeat to track by card.id. So these are the ways by which you can overcome this problem and make your ng-repeat work better. So thanks for watching.